I've had students ask me for an extension. Why? Because I'm going to the Olympics.
Shramai, I am Srujana and I'm studying sport broadcast.
Hi, and I'm Joe, and I'm a lecturer on the Sports Broadcasting Masters.
And this is Coffee and Questions with My Tutor. Describe your students in 3 words.
Ooh. They're all pretty ambitious, they're creative, enthusiastic.
Yeah, all of that. Are you describing me? No.
Ambitious, definitely.
Yes, ambitious. Am I not enthusiastic?
Creative.
Maybe I'll put more energy.
Yes, I was describing.
I'm kidding.
I've got a question for you. Yeah, what made you choose this course in the first place?
Sport is very close to my heart because I have played badminton back in India and I used to play at national level, under 14. Under 17 trials, I couldn't make it to the team. And my dream of becoming an athlete just stayed a dream. So I realized I like talking, I like engaging, I like listening to people. So journalism came in. And then I was into newsy stuff, political, but then news can get nasty. And of course, sport journalism came into place. When I was researching, I came across Cardiff Met sports broadcasting course. First of all, it offers you the Master of Science degree. Other courses are just Master of Arts. I mean, not like it makes a huge difference, but it does.
Yeah, I think the MSc thing's really interesting because it allows us to be more technical, and so much of sports broadcast production and content creation is about understanding the technical side of how to set up a live stream or how to fix the audio on a podcast, or if it's a noisy place and you're doing an interview. Yeah, sports journalism is the fun side of journalism, because if you're doing hard news, politics, current affairs, and you're reporting on wars, it can be quite heavy.
It does,
It's an important job, someone's got to do it, but sport at its heart is about positive stories.
If you can go around and look for stories, you'll find them. And these athletes just inspire me, and that's what I love about this course.
Yeah, I always say to the students, if you can't find a good sports story on this campus,
you're on the wrong campus.
You're on the wrong course,
Yes, he says this all the time.
Yeah, totally.
What's something you've learned from your students?
I learn from my students every day. It's the biggest thing I've learned about being a lecturer, actually, that you, especially nowadays with the way content is changing, the way we consume it is changing, and I have to learn that I need to teach in that space. So every time your cohorts say to me, well, we're watching this on YouTube, or we're not watching that on BBC, or we're not really listening to those sorts of podcasts, I have to listen to that, because that's where the job market's going. So I can sort of start to see, right, that's what that generation are going to be interested in. It's a two-way thing all the time.
Definitely.
What's your go-to procrastination activity? When you should be working on a project, what do you find yourself getting distracted by?
So I'd say I'm a proactive procrastinator, because I emailed you saying, can I take up this RTS award thing?
Yeah.
That was my reason. So I was like, because I am now working, my extension is justified. Yeah, there's so much happening in Cardiff.
Yeah.
It's a small city, but there's awards happening, different games, sports, competitions.
Yeah, I think you're one of the students who says yes to those things and takes those opportunities, because they only happen once. And that's really good use of the 1-week extension that students are allowed, because something might come up.
Yeah, because of these opportunities. Now I have worked with Cymru women's sport, Welsh athletics.
But so many of them happen outside of assessments, but I think that's the message I try and get to students. It's not just the assessments, it's you don't get marks for it, but that you will gain something from it.
Definitely. Whenever those kind of mails come, I'm always like, yes, Joe, I'll be ready to go, keen to do it. Yeah. What's the most creative excuse for a late assignment you've heard?
It's not just creative, it's just impressive, and it sums this university up. On 3 occasions, I've had students ask me for an extension in the summer on their final project, and I've said why, and they've said because I'm going to the Olympics. And I said, what, as a supporter? No, I'm competing. So I had Mika Moore in the Winter Olympics, Joe Breyer in the Summer Olympics. So yeah, it's very common for athletes here to be going to the Olympics, and it's quite common for them to be on our course, and so it just it's a perfect example of the sort of level of athletes you get at this campus.
Well, that's a subtle flex. What do you think students worry about a bit too much?
I think they sometimes worry about the marks they get. that it doesn't really matter if you get 61 or 68. What matters is that you've improved. What matters is that you leave us better than you arrived, because often your hand-ins, your assessments, they are done under pressure. They're done when loads of other things might be going on. We might be covering live sport, you might be playing sport yourself, you might have a busy social life. You might have all sorts of other things going on in your life. So I understand sometimes that a piece of assessment isn't necessarily your best work. Your best work is to come. So we had a saying when I used to work at Sky, that you're only as good as your next idea. You can't live off the old idea. So that mark you got last term doesn't matter anymore. But the important stuff is how you develop, that you leave us with all sorts of new skills that you didn't have before, or improved skills.
Definitely.